Folks, welcome to another exciting and delicious episode of the Butcher's Market Steak of the Month Club. And thanks for joining us today. I want to talk to you about one of the classic cuts, the T-bone. All right, take a look at this. We got two different cuts on the same piece of meat here. You got the gorgeous New York strip side and a really nice T-shaped bone here. And then you've got the fillet side over here. So a cut that's going to provide best of both worlds. I want to do this direct cooking. Look how thick it is. Let me bring it up to you. This is a prime candidate for direct grilling. We're gonna get it seasoned up, and then I'm gonna show you a little trick on how to render this bit out here. Let's get into it. Let's talk about grill setup. Like in most of our videos, I really appreciate having two-zone cooking. Come on in, let me show you what I mean. I want to have my coals banked to one side so that I have a direct searing side, and then if things are getting a little aggressive, we can kick them over to the safe zone on the semi-indirect side. Now, if you're doing this inside on a cast iron, I think high heat is the way to go. So on top of the range, you got a really hot cast iron, a little seasoning, a little oil, sear on one side. As soon as you flip, you're going into a 550-degree oven. We're gonna cook this today to an internal temperature of about 125 to 130. So we got our T-bone and we got our camp mix, okay? So I like the saltiness of this seasoning. When I think beef, I think salt. It's a match made in heaven. So let's go ahead and sprinkle an even coating on the strip side and the fillet side. And don't forget these sides here too, okay? And a little goes a long way on that fat cap. And now just a little bit of olive oil. And that's gonna be enough for both sides. Maybe not, maybe we put a little more on there. And you remember, we've got our hot grill. We're sitting at about 450 degrees to 500 degrees. I'm gonna put this on the direct side. And we talked about it earlier, prime candidate for direct grilling. I wanna hear that sizzle. Now that sizzle tells me that the grill grates are exactly where we want them. So we're not just temperature gauging, we can hear what's going on. The caramelization's happening, evaporation is happening, we're building a crust. So I'm gonna close this dome, we're gonna check back in 10 minutes. It's been 10 minutes, so let's take a look. Oh, we're getting there. So at this point, remember, I've got the indirect side on this side. I'm gonna keep my fillet. I'm not gonna flip it yet. I wanna get a little more caramelization, but I'm gonna keep my fillet towards the indirect side so that the strip side cooks a little faster than the fillet side, okay? So we're gonna check this in about 5 more minutes and give it a flip. So it's been another 5 minutes. That puts us at 15 minutes of searing on one side at 450 degrees. Let's take a look. Let's flip this baby. Love what I'm seeing here. I like the way it's rendering. This fat cap on the side, I want to show you a unique, if you're using a charcoal grill, let me show you something you can do. You can grab some of those bigger embers and put them right on the grill grate, and we're going to let that reflective heat begin to render this fat cap on the side. You know, I know we could sit here with our tongs and hold that piece and give it a good sear for a couple minutes, but who wants to sit here on the grill standing a steak up just rendering that one side when you can let the natural lump charcoal do the work for you. So we're gonna give a good sear on this side for about 10 minutes. Remember, we're gunning for that 125, 130 degree mark. So we'll check back in 10 minutes. We should be there. All right, let's take a look and see where we are. Oh, I'm loving the caramelization here. A little trick worked just fine. Let's slide it on over to the indirect side. Beautiful. Let's get a temperature here. Remember, we're going to take our temperature on our smallest piece of meat, which is the fillet. It's going to cook quicker than the New York strip side, so we always take the temperature in the smaller cut. And we are sitting at 120 degrees right now. Let's go ahead and take a temperature on this bigger one. And we're at 117 on the strip side, 118. So we got just a little bit longer to go. I'm thinking another 5 minutes on the grill, then we're gonna take it off and let it rest with some of our bacon blue cheese butter. This is gonna be awesome. Oh yeah, that is the T-bone dreams are made of. Again, we're gonna take our Butcher's Market bacon blue cheese butter while this steak is resting and just slather some right on top. 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. You gotta let it rest. It is, I say it time and time again, the most difficult part. I got this gorgeous T-bone in front of me with the bacon blue cheese butter on it. The only thing holding me back is this resting time, but don't skip out on it. You gotta let it rest. So 10 minutes, I'm just gonna walk away, and I'll be back, and then we're gonna slice into this baby. 10 minutes and we're there. We are rested. Take a look at this. It's just pooling up deliciousness everywhere. I want to do one more little technique where we open up our hot grill and just put this baby on one more time, okay? Just that little bit of flame. The idea here is just to toast that butter off a little bit. It's gonna get a little more nutty, almost a burnt noisette, a brown butter feel to it. And we're locking in that flavor profile. No need to let it rest again. We are good to go. So let's get that T-bone sliced out of here. I'm gonna separate the strip side from the fillet side. Oh man, this is looking good. And that's a fun little way to serve that, fillet and bone on. So I think we're gonna leave that there. Sometimes you've got these little feather bones up top. Let's go ahead and slice this with the fat cap on. Stunning. And then I'm gonna start slicing this into 1/4-inch thick slices. You know, when we cooked this to a medium rare, we allowed all that marbling to melt into flavor and moisture content. And there's nothing better than grilled steak and potatoes. The Butcher's Market has made it super easy on us, and we've got some of their baked potato salad. And you just walk over to the other side there in the cooler and pick it up and you're good to go. So I'm excited about that. Let's go ahead and start thinking about plate architecture. I'm gonna take this potato salad and put it at 12 o'clock on the plate. And then we'll take our little T-bone fillet and lean it up against our potato salad. And we're gonna take our strip and sneak it in right there. Maybe fan it out just a touch. Oh yeah, that's a meal right there. And as if that wasn't enough, we'll take a little bit of that compound butter that we used to sear on it and just stick it right there for a fun sauce option. That is a meal to remember right there. So beautiful T-bone coming to us from the Butcher's Market. Now we gotta try it. Moment of truth. Wow, let's get a bite of that potato salad. That's what I've been missing. Folks, this is a fantastic cut of beef. Absolutely stunning, delicious. That 450 degrees put us right on the money at where we wanted to be, that 125, 130 mark, and we still had that crunchy bit on the outside. It is time for you to join Steak of the Month Club from the Butcher's Market. Thanks for hanging out. See you next month.